Ooh, we're live. It says you are live. So I'm super excited to be here today. We're just gonna get Instagram live. So like pause with me just for a moment. Don't go nowhere. Um and it looks like we're live on Instagram. Isn't that a beautiful thing? How are you, Miss Rockstar?
I am good. I am good. Got a lot of things going on this week, lots of energy in a lot of different directions, but it's all good, It's things are moving very quickly on Earth right now.
Right. And the only way to slow it down is to go to the mountains or the beach, which is why we were here last week.
True. And then it was like double time when we got back.
It was. I am jamming things out at rapid speed. So, Jennifer Carlquist is here. Hi, hello, gorgeous ladies. Hello, gorgeous lady. Back to you. So, Jennifer Carlquist is specializes in cardiology. She's a physical or physician's assistant. Okay, obviously I cannot use my words today, and she studies functional medicine. And she's going to partner
Awesome.
with me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and she's going to partner with me. She's down the street. She's a cool kid on the block. Just going to say.
Excellent.
Yeah. So we met in talk about manifesting what you want. I was looking for someone to partner with me on, functional food and understanding food as medicine and blah blah blah. And she was looking for somebody to teach her, you know, energy healing. And
Perfect.
my husband and I were driving to Kennesaw Mountain, and he made a wrong turn, but it was really the right turn because that's how we met. You're hilarious.
Awesome.
So Michelle, oops, bye Birdie. We have a lot of things going on today, and we have a lot of things offering. So what I want to do today is first I want to tell people about the show. I want to tell people and then we'll kind of go from there and plug in how we can serve in light of the show. Cool. Okay, so today show we're going to unlock the key to your abundance issues, right? And so what that means for you is that either Michelle or I, or possibly both, because sometimes we hear differently. It's that's never been a surprise. We'll access your Akashic records, and we will share with you. After the bird's off my head, we'll share with you where your blocks are for creating abundance. You may want to know that relative to abundance of joy. It could be financial abundance. It could be parrot abundance because she's all over the place. So we're playing taco right now. So for those of you who are on the radio version of this after catching a replay, I have a parrot in my hand and I'm holding her almost like an ice cream cone. So so catch a replay on YouTube. It's kind of funny. Here she is. So anyways, what kind of abundance issues do you think that you're having? You don't have to share what they are. We'll access, or you can give us a hint and we'll tell you what we think those blocks are. And then you can schedule either with Michelle or I, here comes the birdie again, to have that cleared. Right. So, do you want to talk a little bit about what you're offering, Michelle? You go first.
Yeah, I really just want to let people know that I offer a free intro call. So, what that looks like is it's 20 minutes where we just get to know one another. I get to understand what your objectives or your needs are. And then I can let you know how I can help you best because I have many different things that I offer. And if I'm not the person that I feel would be best to help you, I can refer you to someone. So I'm going to put a link in for my website as well as directly to the free intro call. You can look around on the website and take a poke around and see all of the offerings there, or just hop on the call and we can get to know one another and do it that way.
Awesome. And I want to welcome Phil Nocerino Sr. to the call. And I'm navigating a bird right now because she's like taking over my platform. She thinks she's funny. And thank you, Michelle. So you're able to do that from your side. Oh, did you go into Facebook to do that? Or did you do that from StreamYard?
Nope, I just did it through the link in comments.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure why it came up as this, but yeah, there it is. It's
cool.
Good.
I love it. So like Michelle, I also offer an intro call. It's a free, 15-minute consultation. If it goes to 20, that's fine. But what you can look at as far as how I help you shift your mindset or release an issue is I'm board certified in neurolinguistic programming, which basically is shifting mindset, modifying behaviors. The cool thing, like Michelle's, I also access your Akashic records. So if you don't know what the block is, he does. So, and then I'm sitting in my healing center, and I've got the lights. I guess you can't really see them, but I've got the lights going. Red light therapy. If you're oh no, you cannot have my food. Okay, so my bird is really taking over. I'm gonna have to put her in her condo.
She's real full of energy today.
She is. She's responding to the Earth's frequency today, which is like high gear, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm just going to put my.
While you're doing that, I want to let people know too that anybody. I just want to say this because I think that there's a lot of people out there that I know are hesitant to when they hear things like, oh, I can read your Akashic records, or I can tell you this or that, or tell you your future or past lives or whatever. Some people are very skeptical of that, and I don't blame you whatsoever. And what I think is important to know is anybody that tells you they can absolutely do it 100% without question, that's just not true. Because the reality is, we as individuals, as souls, we have the final say in what information comes forth. And so if you are not ready to hear what is there, it will not be given. So either the practitioner will not see it, or the practitioner will be told not to relay the information. Sometimes I'm given information simply because I need to understand a bigger picture, a fuller picture, but I am not supposed to actually say the issue or, whatever that is, the detail. So what I would want people to know is, yes, accessing your Akashic records, all of the information is there, and it is always up to your higher self, your soul, whether that information is going to be revealed or not.
Sorry about that.
So just to give that disclaimer for anybody who might be a little skeptical, or you may have had an experience in the past that was not positive. So I wanted to just make sure people understood that.
Well, and I want to second what you're saying as I turn off all the different opportunities for people to call me on these different platforms, which is just kind of crazy. Give me 1 second, please. There you go. Final block. Okay. So yes. So you and I both, I think it was like 2 years ago, we had somebody who called in, and we had both, I'm not going to even say what it was, but both you and I saw some information that would have been harmful for her to know at that point in time, but it helped us to understand. And you and I both chose not to share. And we didn't know that we both chose not to share until after the show, right? Until we conferred and said, hey, this is what I got, and we don't share. And so, so we have discernment around that. Secondly, recently, and I spoke to you about this, Michelle, that I learned a lot about like religious trauma and religious belief systems, what a wake-up call that was for me. And and how the church, not all churches, but the ones I've been to, are really, it's more about control and power and imprinting you with information that may or may not be true. And so, one of the things that Michelle and I are going to do for you in the future and another show is to talk about those religious traumas and share what that might look like so you can release those traumas. You may ask, well, why are you bringing that up today? Well, because what I've learned recently is that the certain religions will say you are not permitted to speak to dead people. You are not permitted to access consciousness. Everybody's got a different rule. And so what I'm going to say is we're going to honor what your rule is, but if you don't want us accessing consciousness for you, we're probably not the right show for you. So letting you know now, okay? And
feel free to listen and have your mind open if you'd like, but probably don't hire us at this point if that doesn't align with you.
right. And the thing is, it's okay. Look, I didn't believe that people could do what we do until I became who I am. Like you want to talk about being skeptical? Like I didn't believe in this at all. I was so closed off. And then all of a sudden happened and I was it. And I was like, oops, open up my mind. So we have a few people here, about 4 people. We have Jennifer, Phil, we have Shireen, and I think Raj is going to be on if he's not on already, Raj Kaldani. And so what I'd like to know is put in your, if you want a reading to hear what may be blocking you. And we'll tell you if it's abundance of financial joy, or health, wealth, whatever. Just, make a request, or if you have, if you think what it might be and you want confirmation, because I know I have some intuitives here, go ahead and share that. You have the freedom to be on your own terms. Shireen said she would love a reading. Hello. So Shireen is my friend, sister from another mister. She's originally from Chicago and lives now in Hawaii. And so because we mutually coach each other, I'm going to let you start, Michelle.
Sure.
And if I feel like there's something that needs to be added, I'll go. Okay. How about that? All right.
Sharon, do you have something specific you'd like to know, or you just want me to see what is open to me?
Okay, and Rajai is here. He said he would like a reading as well.
Okay, great. Sharon, the first thing that I'm seeing is it's this sense of disbelief, or I guess maybe the word is unbelief, if that's even a word. It's a matter of you actually not believing that it can happen for you. So it's like this these experiences that you've had in your life wherein you've seen people around you with these seemingly beautiful relationships and like perfect little lives almost, right? Like having the things that you feel like make up the perfect picture of maybe what you have in your mind of what you desire for your life. And it's this feeling of, okay, I know the stuff. Like I know the tricks. I know the words to say. It's almost like you've got your affirmations that you say every morning. You write them on your mirror. You do all the things, and it's still not happening for you. And you're like, why isn't this happening for me? It's because there's this deep-seated belief in you that it happens for everyone else, but not for me.
Oh.
And I just felt I felt a really strong wave of emotion. I had to ground myself for a moment, because it was it was almost like I could feel you almost in despair, because it's this kind of a hopeless feeling, actually, because you have felt like you've been doing all of the things. Like, I know all of this. I've read the books. I've worked with this person and that person and all of these things, and it's still not happening. And so that keeps coming up. It's this belief that it happens for everyone else, but not you. And it's almost like, so why not me? Why not me? And it's almost like this cry out, right? And that's where that wave of emotion came over, because it was like, what else can I do? I've done everything. I've done all the things, and it's not happening. So that's what I'm getting, is that, a non-belief or a disbelief or a belief that it happens for everyone but you.
So I'm almost like being excluded.
Yeah, absolutely. Like everyone around, it's like, I'm kind of seeing, it's an interesting picture. I'm kind of seeing all of these, it's like a garden, and it's a beautiful garden with all of these beautiful flowers that have bloomed. And then there's this one plant in the middle that's just kind of, it's brown, it's kind of wilty. It doesn't have color at all. It's not like, it's there, but it's not blooming, blossoming. It's not in its fullness. And it looks around and it sees all these others that are in the fullness. And what this flower doesn't understand, or what the flower is not taking advantage of, is it's in the same soil. It's got the same nutrients. It's got the same water. It's got all of the same things. But the other flowers are not looking around at the other flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's about giving that power away.
It's also like a comparison.
Comparison. That's what I was saying. There, she's comparing herself to others and ignoring her own light.
Well, and understanding that, like, just like that flower, you have the same ingredients. Everyone is meant to use them in a different way. So looking around and comparing yourself to anyone else is really a waste of your energy, because we're not supposed to be like anyone else. Yes, we can learn from others and take information and others' experiences and learn from them and use them for our benefit. And yet we are not called to do the exact same thing or to be exactly the same, because we are meant to be different. Even if we have the same gifts, we are meant to use them in a different way. So I hope that resonates, Shireen, sorry.
It's Shireen, actually.
Okay, all right.
Shireen, if you have thoughts, you feel free to yeah, so she says Shireen says, that makes sense. I thought I already cleared this, but guess not. It feels somewhat ancestral as well. Thank you so much. So it's absolutely ancestral, but the other thing is, this is very deep-seated. Mm-hmm. And so when I work on my deep-seated issues, or my husband works on his deep-seated issues, it's not a one and done. It's layers, and the body can only release a certain amount of vibration at one time. And then it needs time to heal and regenerate. And we have to give ourselves grace as we do this. I'm going to send you love.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Rajai.
You're welcome, Shireen. Was that to me, Jody?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Making you work. Sorry.
No, that's wonderful. I'm glad I wore strappy top because I'm sweating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I hear you. And Fagla's making a nest out of my hair, so. Okay, I see it too. Okay, but you go first. I hear.
So, Rajai, the big thing, there's a big thing, and then there's a couple of small things. The big thing that's popping up, it's I mean, it's interesting because it's doing this, and it's a heartbeat, and it is love. It's like this it's this almost an emptiness, because it's interesting because you don't feel, it's not this feeling of lack, really, as far as like you feel fulfilled in your life, and yet you still feel that something is missing. And it, to me, feels like this heartbeat, like it's that missing piece that you are looking for, not even really looking for, because it's not like it's this it's not like you're on a treasure hunt. You're living your life, doing your thing, but you are wishing for something to kind of complete the puzzle, right? And it feels as if, so I'm going to go in here. Let me look in a different place here. Okay. So they're showing me, I'm in your records, and as I see it, there's books, and they've pulled out a nursery rhyme book. Okay. So this goes back to when you were a young boy, and this nursery rhyme book is open. Like, I'm seeing many different nursery rhymes. And I'm getting the picture of someone, like you're sitting on someone's lap, you're being read to. And okay. So fairy tale, right? What's another name for nursery rhymes? Fairy tale. So there's this fairy tale picture that you have not necessarily created, it's been given to you. You were given this fairy tale picture of what love was supposed to look like. And when that has not manifested, you have felt like there's been something missing. And yet, there's actually nothing missing at all. It seriously is clearing that belief, or even that picture that has been given to you. And you could do this, Rajai, because it's very, I can see it. I mean, you could absolutely do this. Clear that picture, because you know intellectually that that's not true. That's not the way it is, nor are you expecting that. It's not like you have unrealistic expectations on your own, in and of yourself. This picture was given to you. And so if you simply clear that, you actually are going to open this pathway for a lot of different, diverse relationships and loving relationships to come towards you, because you know that they don't have to fit this picture. You're very open to lots of different people and experiences. And so clearing that picture is going to be able to open that pathway for you to actually live out the life that you believe you can and you will. But that picture was not even your own.
Yeah, I have a yes and to that. Those fairy tales are awesome. So I saw two things: Goldilocks and the Three Bears,
Yep, that was
and
one that I saw.
that was the one you saw.
Yeah, that was
That's
the first one
hilarious.
that I saw. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
and so he's tethered to family,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
because he's tethered to the family,
Mhm.
Goldilocks can't go out and figure out her own path because she has this. Um, Goldilocks is locked into the family.
Mhm.
That's what they're
Mhm.
saying. Goldilocks is
Mhm.
locked into the family. Okay.
Mhm.
The other
Mhm.
fairy tale I saw was Hansel and Gretel, and with those crumbs
Mm.
and the crumbs. So I hear that Raj, his subconscious mind is like, hey, where are the crumbs that I can follow? And Spirit saying, no, you need to pave your own crumbs, your own path, because you're too brilliant to follow somebody else's crumb. Create your own crumb, create your own path. Mm.
There also was one around money, and then there was one around like business success as well.
That's what
Um,
these two are. Yeah. For
those
me, I
were
mean, that's what I had heard. Yeah.
those were the two smaller ones that I saw. So yeah, that's great confirmation that that's what you got in those two areas.
And
Yeah.
the same fairy tale.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I love you. Okay. So who's next? So let's look at Jennifer Carlquist.
Just kidding. Let me see her.
Oh, so I'm hearing an obligation to others that is an imprint. Like there's this obligation to people or things or thought form, and it manipulates you from not living by your highest values. So because you have, I won't call it a thought form, I'll call it a thought virus, that you have to do these things, let's call them X, Y, and Z, because somewhere, so an expectation set, there's not an expectation set on you. It's an expectation that you set on yourself. They came from a parent. Was it a grandparent, a first generation parent? And so that first generation parent, you're living by their values and not yours. And as a result, that's going to block you until you decide to release it. Whoa, damn. Sorry for the damn. Raj says, thank you both. You're two brilliant lights. Hey, it takes one to know one.
Yes, Jennifer, I agree with I saw that as well with Jay. It's related to what I'm seeing is it's related to like your life path, your life purpose. So it it's like this wandering. You're not quite. It's like you've done this, and now you are moving into this other thing, and then but you kind of have all of these ideas, and it's because it's like you're not laser focused on anything yet, because you have felt that expectation, whether you were conscious of it or not, you have felt that expectation to have a certain lifestyle almost. And it's not even necessarily lifestyle of, a certain amount of money or home or whatever, but it's like the accolades that, that has been almost, and I understand why Jody said manipulation, but then kind of retracted because it kind of feels a little manipulative, but not in a way that it was meant to be. Like it was out of love, and wanting the best for you, that this expectation was placed on you. And so when you clear that, and understand that it's okay and perfect, actually, to be exactly who you are. Number one, your accolades, I mean, though, you're going to soar in success. And also, you are going to feel so full by not having to also go in a million different directions. You can do you can be who you are, doing what you do best and love to do best. And there will be no doubt in your mind what that is once you clear that expectation. I hope that makes sense.
Let us know if that makes sense for you. And Phil, I've asked to see if you would like us to do a reading for you. Chris, same for you. And then there's a person I don't know, Jim Pave 18, or Stephanie 122. If you would like a reading, just let us know. We'd be happy to do that for you. I want to share, while we're in between, I started really taking a look at what are this is 5D, right? Meaning, spiritually speaking, what are some of the reasons we may not be manifesting abundance? And so the obvious one, which is, your belief system, I don't believe you can, your subconscious mind telling you no. But the 3D things are things like you're eating toxic food and you can't process information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're drinking toxic water and you can't process information. You are mineral deficient and you can't connect to God, and you can't connect to others because you're so mineral deficient. Right. And so, having clean water, which I offer, and you can go through Michelle to get it. Okay. You actually can go through Michelle, you can go through Rajai, you can go through Chris, you can go through Jennifer.
Have clean water. Go through anybody and get the clean
water.
Get
it. So go through the person you know. That's what I'm going to tell you to do. Go through the person you know to get your water filters. And then the functional food program is now $33. It's kind of a no-brainer, guys. You're going to get access to what foods are causing you to not feel optimal and what foods are helping you to feel your best. And one small thing I will say, it's 3:33. Okay.
I just saw that.
Mm-hmm. Is that when you are feeling sad, get yourself a bag of cashews. Okay. It's nature's antidepressant. Cashews. Simple. Right. But the functional food program is filled with simple. This is not a complicated program. This is simple. It's like the easy button to reclaiming your health. And I will tell you that what I offer for $33 is the first step. But then after that, because it may be more complicated, you can come see me, which I may or may not be the practitioner for you. And if I'm not the practitioner for you, like Michelle, right, said, there's Dr. J.R. Heise, a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine, who also endorses and wrote part of the program. There's Dr. Stephen Spencer, naturopathic doctor, who also contributed to the program. And he's phenomenal. They have their expertise. What I'm saying is, I'm your foundation for health. they're the experts for pinpointing stuff. And I do too, but like if you need, I'll know when you need to go to that person. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to give you every scenario. Let's use our time to, we're going to do both Phil and Chris. So Phil Nocerino, and hi, Phil. We would love to give you a reading, and Chris, you'll go next. So go ahead. Phil follows me and I follow him on Facebook, and I kind of know what's going on, but I'm going to let you start so that I don't sway you and then like go from there. Not that we don't talk telepathically anyway. So
Yeah, I'm getting a really big financial, it feels like a loss, but it's like it's a fear of a loss.
Okay.
So let me look at that.
So I'm going to go in because, see, I think I was in my 3D. So let me go to 5D. Oh, interesting. Oh my. Okay. Can I go?
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of details and I want to be able to put it all together. So go ahead.
I'm going to just carve out a couple things.
Okay.
Phil, the loss of joy due to the death of your wife, right? She's coming in and she's saying, I'm having a hard time hearing her. I hear her, but she's got a lot to say. So give me a minute too. She says, don't throw your life away because I passed on. She says, you want to step out and look at what we didn't have a chance to do together and find someone to fill those voids. Is she telling him to find another? She says there's actually another woman for you. She says it's not going to be the same as us. She says no one will ever be us. She says please don't compare who you meet to us. She says they'll never win. She said because what we had was like the most amazing thing on the planet. And she said, she's saying, but if you don't find love, like if you don't go out there and put yourself out and start just connecting with people and find out who they are without expectation and just being, she said, then you're going to lose. And she says, you've never been one to lose. She says, don't lose because I left. She says, love because I left. Love more people. Share your heart and share your light. You have so much to give and you're holding back. And you're holding back because, you're angry. And you're angry at God for my departure. She said, but there's a divine plan. And if you're sitting in anger, you can't hear the plan. You can't hear the plan. Let it go, she says. Love me from afar, but let it go and go find someone that you can have fun and love with. Again, they will not be what we had. Don't compare it. Just find someone who you can have good fun with right now, who can fill your heart, who make you feel valued, appreciated, and loved. Okay, and there you go. Wow, I got sweaty. Whew. Wow.
So I got the financial fear of loss, and it is tied to a relationship. And I didn't know if it was, and it still may not be. I didn't know if it was divorce or death, but it definitely felt like it was a life change. And there's a fear of loss of money because of that. And it also could be future as well. So this nest egg, I'm getting this like, it feels like it's a hoarder energy, really, Phil. It's like this um, desire to hold on to everything, which makes sense if you had a physical loss. That would make complete sense why you would want to hold on tightly to um, what you have currently. But as we know, the harder or the tighter you hold on to energy, which money is energy, love is energy, um, the harder it is for that to breathe and for that to grow and to flourish and to multiply. And so if you're suffocating anything, it's either going to stay stagnant or it's going to, quote, die, right? It's going to go away. So what they're showing me is relax that grip. And it may be that you are not even aware of this because you're not consciously thinking about this. You're thinking of other things, but you may not be going out to a nice dinner. You might not be buying yourself, a motorcycle. I don't know. I'm just drawing things, right? You might not be doing things, fun things for yourself or giving yourself the little luxuries because you feel like if you do, that might not ever come back. That money that you used for that might not ever come back. It might be gone for good. And so it's really this this directive for you, Phil, to relax that grip and understand that it is energy and that it will regenerate and it will come and it will go and it will come and it will go. And it can multiply within the coming and going. So you don't have to fear that you will never see it again. So the block is this fear and this holding on so tightly.
Yeah. Well done.
Complete.
Oh, got a comment. Let me take a look. So we're going to do Chris Fetula first, and then Lady Sunshine is after that. And Phil says thank you to us both. You're welcome, Phil.
You're welcome.
So we can both go in, and whoever comes up first wins. Okay. So I'm seeing. Oh, interesting. So on the left side of Chris's neck, there's a gremlin. And at your most important times, it's blocking your throat chakra. So it's like your throat chakra is active. And then the gremlin comes in at the most inopportune time and blocks it. It's weird. It's on the left-hand side. If you can take a look at Chris, if you can see me, I'm pointing to where it's at. And it's nestled in. You almost wouldn't see it unless you asked to see it. I've been praying for truth the last 4 weeks. So I'm starting to see things I never saw. I'll keep searching.
So immediately I saw you, Chris, literally on hands and knees, crawling to pick up pennies, nickels, and dimes that were on the ground in front of you. And your head is down You're on all fours. You're picking them up very frantically, actually. And what you don't know or can't see, because your vision, your focal point is down here to the nickels, pennies, and dimes, is the pot of gold that's like on the same path, just a little ways in front of you. And it feels like, and I feel like this has come up for you before, Chris. Forgive me if that's not the case, but I'm feeling like a reminiscent energy here of a lot of little things, of doing a lot of little things to get little amounts of money and little bits of money. And not that there's, I mean, pennies, nickels, and dimes are great, right? I love pennies, nickels, and dimes. Thank you, universe. More, please. And also, it's okay to want, to desire, to go after, to walk toward, to gather the millions. Because what I'm seeing is the energy of it is exactly the same. And actually, the effort, it's really cool because the pennies, nickels, and dimes are scattered all over the place. And you're having to do a lot of work to get
like
all the
busy work,
pennies,
right?
nickels, and dimes. And the pot of gold is literally in a pot, all in the same place. Like all you would have to do is, and you really couldn't pick it up because it's so big. You would, I mean, it's that big, but it's all right there. Like you wouldn't have to go gathering it. It's all right there in one place. So the energy that you're expending to pick up the pennies, nickels, and dimes, it can be used more efficiently if and when you are ready. Because, and again, they're saying, I mean, there is what the pennies, nickels, and dimes represent is noble. It's all good. It's not bad. It's that when you feel called to not struggle, because it's not like the pennies, nickels, and dimes aren't going to be picked up. They will be. And you can make things easier on yourself by walking that path and picking up the pot of gold.
Well, here's the thing, Michelle, that came to me when you were talking about that pot of gold.
Mhm.
It's crazy. She's the pot. She's the pot of gold. She's the pot of gold. Like she's the value.
That's not what I was seeing. I mean, yes, I understand what you're saying. That's not what I was
I
seeing.
know. We always get different parts.
Yeah.
We always get different
pot
parts.
is actual, it's like the way to the bigger money.
Well, what I'm saying is her gifts are the bigger money.
Yes.
Which makes her the pot of gold.
Correct.
And so
yes,
when she unblocks, right, that chakra, I need to hear something. Give me a minute. Oh, and I do believe it's also part of that block of getting to the gold. Like the gremlin that's in her neck is part of that. And interestingly enough, Chris said, well, my neck is collapsed in that area. Mm-hmm. So the collapse of that neck could be the energy form that's on it that needs to go. It could be almost just that simple, without seeing it.
Also hearing too that there's, and this is lifetimes that, and we've heard this a ton, Chris, we know this, there's the energy of it has to be a struggle. Like if it's not
versus the easy button.
Yeah.
So
And
Susan
a
Rossi
lot of
taught
us
me
have
that.
that, right? I mean, a lot of us have that either from, this life or another. So um, it's definitely no judgment for sure.
No, I mean, I lived that, right? I have to work hard in order to make money. And
Sure.
so I, per your direction to me, I'm hiring. I'm hiring, I'm hiring, I'm hiring. And I'm making
Yes.
my life easy because I don't do what they do well. And so I'm just hiring out and I can
Bravo.
make the money doing the other stuff.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it was more of a mindset issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of this is, right? Because the energy is there. I mean, money is energy, love is energy, health, a big part of health is energy, right? And so whatever that abundance is that we are desiring, it can be as simple as a mindset shift. It really can be. But we have to know where we need the shift. And sometimes we have to go looking for that and find that and in various ways.
For sure. So we're going to go to Lady Sunshine, but before I do, I just want to share a couple of events, and if you have them too, please let us know, Michelle. So Rajai and Dr. J.R. Hayes and I are doing Bridging the Gap Between Mars, Venus, and Everything in Between. So exponential healing, three healers, so 3 times the transformation. So how this came to be, Raj has been my brother from another mother. I met JR through another friend a couple of years ago, and it was Raj and I've been in person forever, but JR and I met in person for the first time a couple of months ago, and Raj joined us. It was just interesting because how we shift energy together, like the three of us, is almost unrecognizable. So this is the first session that we have, which is Saturday afternoon. And then we have another one the following week. So I'll just do it real quick. It's a full moon healing, and that's here, full high vibe tribe full moon healing. That is Tuesday night, the 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, so forth. And yeah. And then my friend Jen Carlquist Reed, we are doing, this is not until October, guys, but Brave Intuitive Session. We're doing, painting. It's painting. It's in person. You can't do this virtual. The other two are virtual. You will not be disappointed. Okay.
That's
Those
so
are my
fun.
commercials. Yeah. And they're all super affordable, guys. So the online virtual with the 3 healers is $111, and the in-person painting I think is like $65. I mean, we're trying to make it so everyone gets to play. So, and Chris says, "Thank you both. It's confirmation. I'm working in the right direction." I love that. Yay!
Good.
All right, let's go to Lady Sunshine. I do not know Lady Sunshine.
Right.
Lady Sunshine, is this your real name that we should access when we access the Akashic Records?
If you don't want to share, we can just go in on the energy. That's fine too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay. Okay, so, go ahead. Do you want to go first, or?
Well, I'm getting this. First of all, I want to, I'm hearing, you are good enough. You are good enough in all ways. And there's a very specific way, but I'm going to say that because you will know what that means. You are good enough. And the experiences that you've had in the past, while they have, as they do all of us, they have shaped you, they have also closed you off to possibilities. And so it's a return back to, like, so they're your inner child is being called to be healed. And I'm seeing you as a young child on the, I don't even know what those things are called. It's like a merry-go-round thing. I mean, the kids get super hurt on those. It's that metal thing with the metal bars that goes around, and the kids start spinning it really, really fast, and arms get broken, all of those things. But like, I'm seeing you enjoying yourself when it's going at moderate speed. And as it picks up speed, you're becoming more and more terrified, quite honestly. And you're hanging on for dear life. That's the term that they used as well. You're hanging on for dear life. And it's like, all you want to do is get off, but you can't. It keeps spinning faster and faster and faster. And so what this energy is it's a loss or lack of power. So it's a loss of power where you have given your power away, where you have believed that you are not good enough. And so that abundance that you are desiring is not able to make its way towards you because you're not allowing it. You are telling it to stay away, basically, because you're not good enough, and you don't know how to get off of this spinning wheel, and you're allowing others to almost tell you, really to tell you what to do. I'm not really hearing like live your life for you, but it's this fear of, well, if I don't stay on this wheel, then what? Like, I don't know what else there is. And I say simply because it really is simple. It's not easy. It's simple. It's a matter of claiming your power, understanding, first of all, who you are, and knowing that you are powerful and that you are good enough, and that, yes, you can. You do have the ability. So there's a lot of different things in there, Lady Sunshine. The first one that is going to be the biggest one for you is to understand who you are at your core on a soul level.
So I have a yes and. And first of all, great job. That's what I saw, all of that. And then the yes and is what that's showing up. So what came to me immediately was law of attraction. Mm. And because of what Michelle said, like you're allowing yourself to be powered over, giving your power away, there's anger, resentment, and retaliation. And so there's an opportunity, and whether it's coming out or like verbally, I don't know, but it's in there, which means you could be stuffing it down, right? Which could make it actually almost worse, because at least if it's coming out, you can address it. If you're still stuffing it down, you need to release and reframe the anger and retaliation and look at the gift wrapped in strange wrapping paper. Like, what are the gifts that are inherent in all these things that are happening not to you, but for you? They are these are situations, they're telling me, for you to grow, for you to step into your power. But you have to get past the anger, and you have to step in and say, okay, I'm not loving this situation. What's the lesson? What can I do differently? How can I shift this out of my field? And where can I take this and replace it with joy, love, peace, and happiness? Because there's a big part of joy, like abundance of joy, that's missing right now. And your heart needs joy. And the bigger your heart is filled with joy and love, you can touch the farthest star in the universe with that. And so if you manifest with that, right, whatever it is that you're looking for, you're going to be unstoppable. But releasing that is going to be key.
I'm
Ooh.
also getting with that, the stuffing down, because initially when I tapped in, I heard health, like there was a health issue, but I didn't see that specifically. But then when you said, stuffing down of the anger and resentment, all of that, I'm feeling there's a health issue that you are dealing with, Lady Sunshine, and that is a result of that energy being stuffed down.
Yeah, and so I knew this would come up. I'm going to tell you that look, I had chickenpox a year ago, and I'm still getting rid of the sores, not the scars, the sores, a year ago. And so it's because I had in my subconscious mind some thoughts that were self-limiting, and so it showed up as sores. So everything that we think shows up as a physical manifestation. Every thought ends up as a physical manifestation. And Lady Sunshine, you're saying you want new opportunities. You can have whatever you want. Keep looking at what's making you angry. What are you stuffing down? What do you need to release? And how you can reframe it to benefit you, and look at the lesson and approach it differently the next time it comes and you are given the test of whatever that test is. Does that make sense? Did that make sense, Michelle? Or did I get too twisted? No, it made sense. Okay, because I got like all of my.
I know.
So it's 4:02, and we have Una 1098. I don't know if you can say I cannot.
I cannot either. I know.
So,
No, we will certainly be back here next month.
yeah, so that's the
Shine
first
some light.
Tuesday in October.
Yeah.
And so I'll just get you that date, which is
I was gonna say.
October 1st.
Oh, it is October 1st. Yes, October 1st.
Okay, so Una 1098, come visit us then, and we'll do a repeat. We'll do a rinse and repeat, and get on at the beginning of the show, and we'll do your free reading for you. Okay. So, lady, and if anybody wants to reach out to us, Michelle, do you want to just, since the radio version won't see this, why don't you tell people how to touch?
Yes, I'll just very easily. It's rockstarcoach.org. Rockstarcoach.org. That's my website, and you will very boldly see book a free intro call. So just click on that button, book a free call with me, and we'll chat and find out what will work best, and see if I'm the person that can help you.
Mm-hmm. And for me, there's a free consult button on my website, which is Susan Essentials. S is in Sam, U is in ukulele, S is in Sam, O is in Oscar, N is in Nancy, Essentials, that's plural.com. And yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should put my link in there as well. And yeah, it's an orange free consult button. You'll see, you can't miss it. And or you can just text me at 847-738-0242. That's my business line, or email jody@susanessentials.com. And we'd love to be able to serve, like that. And we're grateful for you guys coming here today. Anything else you want to add, Michelle? Any events that?
No events right now. in the groove of coaching and reading and helping people clear blocks.
We're doing major events right now. We're in event mode. So,
Like,
and my book comes out next month. So,
yes.
it's you keep breathing through it, man.
Yes.
That's all I have to say. So I just want to say thank you. Right. First of all, thank you to all of our guests for showing up today and participating in this show. Michelle and I love to do this. And Michelle, I mean, it kind of goes without saying how much I love you and how much I appreciate you and what you do and how you do it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and same for me. I appreciate the opportunities, and I appreciate the platform and what you do for people and for the world, because that vibration is felt all over the world.
Well, I think that you put that out there. It's interesting. I'm getting customers right now from Thailand, France, Bangkok, Thailand. I mean, I'm getting them from all over the world right now. It's
There you
crazy.
go. Yeah, there you go.
I don't even know how they're finding me. Like SEO optimization. Woohoo!
Love it.
So much for advertising when there's SEO. All right. We're going to end the show. There's another comment. We'll just take a look at that real quick. Lady Sunshine goes, yeah, Lady Sunshine, you got this, honey. Look, we're all on a journey. We're all doing our own path. Don't worry about it. Just keep forging, keep asking, and let God help you on your way. And if you're not getting what you need, Michelle or I are happy to help. So, all right. Mwah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.